Well, come on in. Welcome to Swanee Valley Knives. Working on another knife build here. I'm working on a hidden Tang. This one's going to be a nice knife when it's done. It is a 7.75 inch cutting blade. So this is the biggest one I've done already. I've done so far. And this is only be my second hidden Tang I've ever done. So this is going to be another learning experience on how to go about this. So far I've learned I don't have drill bits long enough that the customer wants this thing to be. But I'll figure that out. I'll work on that when that time comes. Now in this video, we're going to work on profiling this. Now you can see I already cut it out. And how I cut this out is I get a, well, one day I hope to actually be able to use this and find me a bandsaw blade to cut through steel, like good steel. Because I had bought a blade before, and it said it would cut through metal, and it just basically just did nothing. I couldn't even get it to go through or even start cutting it. So right now this thing's just limited to just the wood cutting for my handles and stuff right now. So what I'd cut these out with, you probably already guessed. Some of you already guessed. Just a run-of-the-mill cheap angle grinder. I got a bunch of these cutting discs sitting here in the toolbox. I got sand discs, all that kind of stuff in here. Bought these from Harbor Freight. They're real cheap. I'm a Harbor Freight junkie, if you haven't guessed. You have a lot of stuff at an affordable price. Some of it's good, some of it's not. Case in point, the vise. It's supposed to be an articulated vise, you know. But now it's not so articulated, but I'm using the vise part for the knife. So yeah, I think that Hyper Tough angle grinder, it was only like $20 at Wally World. So you can start getting into some knife making and woodworking and stuff on a good dime. You don't have to go out there and bust the bank to do this. It's a good little, to me, a good little hobby, a good little fun. The guy here in the workshop, I like working with my hands. So, and plus I'm trying to start as a little business too, a little side project other than my other. Look, am I making money at it yet? Let me just tell you this. I'm not quitting my day job anytime soon. So let me show you what we got working on here for this knife. It's going to have a mahogany, African mahogany handle. A friend scored this for me and gave it to me. Actually, the one I'm doing this knife for. So I'm working out a deal with him since he gifted me with a lot of this mahogany wood, and it's expensive stuff. So I try to get my resources as affordable as I can to keep my costs down low, so I'm not having to hike the prices up to sell stuff. So let's get into the profiling, and before this gets long-winded with me just rambling. So come on in a little bit further than just a doorway, and we'll get started. But first, I want to talk to y'all about something. What I'm doing here with this machinery in this confined space is really sketchy. I'm working with machines that throw sparks. So if you see me getting away with that, and this is just, I've been lucky to this so far, but believe you me, first chance I get to upgrade to a bigger space or being outdoors with this kind of equipment throwing sparks, I'm going to do it. Just be safe. Just, you know, if you can, just try to be outside or just be careful, be mindful. This thing will be throwing sparks here in just a second. Always wear a respirator mask, wear goggles and ear muffs for the noise and all that stuff. So just be safety third reliant there. So let's dig into this knife right here. This has got two sets of wheels. This is my coarse grind wheel, and this is my little fine grind. It's for the fine tuning. I usually use it to get the burrs off the side right here because I already had a couple catch my finger already. So let's get this thing going.
Good boy, there's some noise off that out there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna come to the grinders now, the belt grinders, and fine tune every little curve, every little edge, get this thing dialed in. I haven't really taken care of the burrs yet, but I will. I'll just do that off the camera real quick. Actually forgot to do that. Got this little nick right there where this Tang is, but I don't think that's gonna hurt me much right there at all. I think it's gonna be okay. I don't think that'll be an issue. This is what they look like pretty much once they get it off the grinder. Kind of get it in that rough shape. Kind of looks like a fish almost. But so you can kind of see it's still cut kind of rough, you know. But it's almost in a knife-like shape. You can still see those burrs. So let me get to the burrs, or to the grinder wheel, and cut these little burrs off real quick, and I'll come back to you. I got that. Let's just shut that off. So I need to get a 40 on here. It looks like the 40 I need. Good. Let's clear some of this mess I got here off. And it's everywhere. It's Monday night here in the shop. So last night really working here will be Wednesday evening. And that's the night I really go through and clean up in here after a week's worth of grinding and beveling and cutting wood and stuff, getting the dust out of here. When I know I'm good and done with knives for the week, that's when I go through and clean it up. Try to stay up on it a little bit. It can get pretty rough in here. What's going on there? Put this up, strap it back on. Always wear your PPE. Be safe, y'all. All right, guys. Now you've seen there the belt grinder snatched that knife and from me. This goes to show you that any given time, just like that. One little slip. That's what it was. I thought I had a good hold on it, and I did not. So we're not done yet with the profiling. Now I want to do some hand filing and kind of clean up any kind of rough edges. Well, you know, with bevel files and stuff like that. This is another knife I'm working on. Oops, sneak peek. You weren't supposed to see that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get out his gear. Sit on down now. We get to do some filing. Get this out of here. I keep this separate from the grinders. I keep it upside down so we don't get no dust inside it. It would kind of defeat the purpose of that respirator. Knives take a good little while to make, but man, I have fun doing it. I like getting out here working with my hands, watching the sky get dark at the end of the day. Just sitting here filing. Now it's just my fun part. I'm done with the spark throwing and all that good stuff and the loud grinders and all that stuff. Now we're just getting to hear the teeth gnarling sound of files hitting against metal here. Kimberly's favorite sound. So what I'm most going to do is just clean up inside these little grooves here. I got a little beveling file here. I'm trying to get up in here and clean this out real good. Get all the little jagged edges out. And you see I'm kind of sweeping in a little bit, kind of starting at the top and sweeping. Just filing down some of them sharp little edges in there. Almost got that down in there. Using this flat file now. Get up there and square off this little edge up here. Now that little thing right there, I think once the handle gets up there, it's going to hide that little blemish anyway. It'll be just fine. Can't wait to see what this knife looks like done. It kind of looks like a fish now, don't it? That's probably good enough, I think. Let's move this thing over here now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep the where the blade's going to be. I'm going to sweep it with my filing, with my file now. And I think I might, I don't know. Seems like it's good here, and all of a sudden it drops here. So I want to try to even that up. You get a little better. You want this to be nice and even. You don't want up and down or anything like that, because your blade will result in that. So you want it to be nice and straight as far as this is concerned. And then the final touch-ups, when you go final grinding and all that stuff, you'll be able to touch up little parts like this or anything like that. Now you just want to go through and just clean up all the burrs, get it to a just basically a little blank stage, pretty much, and ready for drilling, beveling. Usually my next step after this is the beveling of the blade, getting it ready for the apex and getting it ready for the edge we're going to put on it. So, but I'm going to end this video right here, guys, I think. Some more to come on this build here, the Hidden Tang. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss the journey on this knife from start to finish. This is only my second Hidden Tang, so it should be quite interesting to watch this. Watch me mess it up or try to figure this out. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Click the bell for new video notifications. Hit like, because that lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content that I'm providing for you, and it keeps me in the realm of algorithm happiness. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you who's been interacting with the channel, who's been subscribing, who's been liking and sharing amongst your friends. I surely appreciate it. And until next time, I shall see you when I see you. Oh, bow, trip. Yeah, easy now, killer.